get real. Atul Subash, a techie from Bengaluru, took his own life, crushed by emotional neglect and impossible expectations. A cafe owner in Delhi was tortured by his wife and in-laws until he broke down. And in Bihar, a man refused to marry a woman and she cut off his genitals. These are not just stories, they are warnings. Society's expectations are failing us all. Men, women, everyone is stuck in this mess. Oh, here we go. Let me guess, it's all society's fault, right? Here's the real deal. Atul didn't die because he wasn't allowed to cry. He died because no one cared about his problem. That cafe owner, forgotten, and the Bihar guy. If roles were reversed, we would have nationwide protest. Feminism isn't fixing anything, it's picking sides. Says the guy who thinks feminism is out to get him. Let's break it down. Equality isn't about picking sides, it's about fixing the system for everyone. These stories, they are proof we need to change, not excuses. Change? Huh? Sure, as long as it's not usual. Men are the problem routine. Let's talk facts, not feminist fantasies. Atul Subash was dealing with work pressure, personal struggles, and a lack of emotional support. Society tells men, don't cry, just handle it. This toxic idea isolates men, pushes them to edge. Feminism challenges this by saying men can be vulnerable. They should be allowed to seek help without judgment. Hold on. Stop calling everything toxic masculinity. Atul didn't die because he couldn't cry. He died because no one listened to him. What men need is support systems, not some feminist lecture about being vulnerable. Exactly, support system, and that's what feminism advocates for. Breaking the stigma so men can open it without feeling weak. Then why isn't feminism focused on men's issues? Instead, it's always about blaming patriarchy, which is now an old story. Atul's story isn't about gender, it's about a broken system that ignores mental health, especially for men. Now let's talk about Delhi cafe owner. Tortured by his wife and in-laws, humiliated and broken. Where was the outrage? If a man had done this to a woman, the streets would have flooded with protest. Feminists scream, believe women. But it's man, they go silent. Hold on. Abuse is abuse no matter who is the victim. Feminism does not defend abusers, male or female. The problem is the system fails to protect victim equally. Equally? Huh? Tell that to the men who are mocked or ignored when they speak up. Feminism's focus is so narrow that it leaves men like this cafe owner behind. That's not true. Feminism is about fairness. If this man was ignored, it's proof that system needs to improve for everyone. It's not feminism's fault. It's society's bias that we all need to fight. The Bihar case is horrifying. A woman rejected by a man resorted to violence. But think about it. Why does society pressure women so much that rejection feels like end of world? Feminism challenges these ideas. Women don't need to tie their word to marriage. Enough excuses. If a man did this to a woman, you would have demanded for justice. But it's a woman suddenly, the society made her to do it. This double standard is exactly why people don't trust feminism. It's not an excuse, it's context. No one is saying what she did was right. Feminism fights for accountability, fairness, not blind sympathy. Fairness? Funny. If feminism were fair, men wouldn't be left out of every single conversation every time. I hear you. Men face real struggles. False accusations, unfair custody battles, stigma for being stay-at-home dads. That's why feminism isn't about taking sides. It's about breaking harmful stereotypes for everyone. Really? Then why do men have to create their own groups to highlight issues like false harassment cases or bias alimony laws? Feminism isn't fixing, it's creating it. You're right about one thing. Men need support too, but blaming feminism won't solve it. We need to work together to make the system better for everyone. Equality isn't a battle, it's a teamwork. Feminism isn't perfect, but it's about building a world where everyone has same rights, respects and opportunities. Men and women need to stand together, not against each other. Sounds great. But action speaks louder than words. Men are struggling and feminism isn't delivering fairness. If we want equality, we need to start calling out double standards and creating a balanced system.